Claes, welcome to the Radio Times cover party.
Thank you for having me.
Is Dracula dead?
Oh my God, I hope not. Listen, I have to say, I so want to do a second series, just because I want to, but also because I really want to see how Stephen and Mark will bring him and Agatha back to life. So just to sort of find out how they're going to do that, I just want to, yeah. So I hope not. No, I'm not. I don't know, but I just hope not, really.
If he wasn't dead, do you kind of have a vision on, what the story would look like in season 2?
I have no idea. The only thing I know is that Mark has said to me that now that he can actually stand in the light, the only idea they have for him is to be on a beach in Mexico with this tinfoil thing. And I mean, that thing where you just get a suntan, perfect suntan. That's the only idea they have at this moment. That's what he said to me.
That would be quite nice to film as well.
That would be very lovely to film, yes. I'm not sure if that was a joke when he said it, but yeah.
And what was your kind of personal approach to playing Dracula? How much research did you do? What did you want to bring to life with Dracula?
Well, at first I was very skeptical because I was like, does the world really need one more Dracula? So I actually was like slightly not too happy about it. Then my agent said to me, it's going to be Mark Gatiss and Stephen Moffat that did the writing for Sherlock that will write this. So I was like, whoa, that's interesting. And so I read it, and I thought there has to be something new here. There has to be a new take on Dracula in order for me to get into it. And there is a different take here. It's so it was quite easy, but I don't in any way think of this as my Dracula. I think of it as our Dracula, because it's very much in the writing. It's very much what Stephen and Mark have written that is in there, and then I've just sort of tried to embody it. So it's not really. I don't think that I've just tried to really embody what they wrote. I don't think that I've actually ever thought I'm going to bring something to this. I'm just going to try and make what is written work, really. So it's not really ever been a case but that's also how I ever really work, because I don't ever think of me as an interpreter of stuff. I think of me as a piano that you can play. Hopefully I have got all the keys you need, and you can just do with me whatever you want. So I don't ever sort of see me as in that sense, it's absolutely not my Dracula, it's our Dracula, if it's anything. I've just really tried to live and embody what they've written.
And what did you think when you saw the kind of time shifts and the narrative twists? Because it is very different to Bram Stoker's Dracula. Was it an easy sell for you?
It is very different, but it's also very loyal. The first episode is very, very loyal to the first episode, to his writing. Then you've got the second episode, which is like, I think it's only like 4 pages in the novel, which they've stretched out, but that's still quite loyal in a way. And then obviously they take it to the present, which is very different. But I really love that they did that. And when we got to the end of episode 2 and I read that, and all of a sudden he'd been underwater for like 125 years, I was like, whoa. That sort of cliffhanger hit me when I read it, as much as I hope it did people when they saw it on telly.
And one of the things that was quite different was his relationship with Agatha. And do you see it as a love story? What do you see their relationship as?
Well, I think that is probably the thing that really flipped me in terms of should we do one more Dracula. There are 2 things. The thing that they sort of came up with, that he does not just get people's calories, he also gets their skills, which is like a very interesting thing. But the thing that really got me was that they turned the Van Helsing character into a woman and a nun, which means that she's got a quite troubled relationship with God, but still she is a nun. She's in that department, and I'm in the very sort of grim, dark, devilly sort of department, and that dynamic just does so much for the show, I think. And I have to say that the collaboration I had with Dolly Wells that plays Agatha is probably is on my top 3 of collaborations ever with any actors or actresses. It's like, it was amazing, and I really loved it, and we worked we really did all we could to sort of help each other just to make the most of this, and it was such a pleasure. Really it was. I loved it. And I think that is probably that one idea that revitalized this thing in a way that where I sort of thought, okay, this is where I'm going to go for it. Because this is something you've never seen before. Van Helsing has never been a woman before.
Were you quite nervous to see the kind of viewer response to Agatha?
Yes, obviously. I was quite nervous because it's a very iconic character, and everybody and I remember when we sort of released the first press photo when we were still shooting, that people were quite positive about it, but there was like a couple of comments, and one comment was, so if this is supposed to be Bram Stoker's Dracula, where's the moustache? No, but I mean, this is just to say that there are aficionados out there, people that really love this character, and they want it to be what they want it. I mean, so you can actually only ever go wrong, in a way. But that is also quite liberating, because once you realise, okay, fucking hell, people are going to be like, whoa, this is not right, and this, I mean, it's just like, okay, it's really important that you do your own thing, and you just do what is there, what is written. We want to do our Dracula, and so in a way it was terrifying, but also quite liberating, actually.
And I'm really interested to get your opinion on this. Do you think that Dracula is a villain? Is he a bad guy, or is he all right? Well,
I think what's in this, with this writing, what they've written, he's not really a bad guy or a villain in a way. He's just about his own thing, and he's not. I don't. If he could not kill people by feeding off them, I think he would want that, because he actually likes being with them. It's sort of a weird byproduct. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of, okay, I'm really sorry. I so enjoy being with you, and I really like the conversation. I'm going to start feeding off you. You'll end up being dead. I'm so sorry. But it's not really, because I want to. He's not a bad. He doesn't want to do bad, really. I don't think so. This is. I don't know.
It's a question for season 2.
Yes.
And just finally, what's coming up next? Any more work in the UK?
Yes. Yes. Northern Ireland, I suppose, is the UK. I'm going to go and shoot a film in Northern Ireland from the end of March till the 1st of August. It's called The Northman. It's based on a story from back home, Denmark. It's actually based on the old story of Hamlet, which Shakespeare took and turned into Hamlet. But this is set in like the 800s or 900s, where that story actually took place. So it's sort of a bit of a Viking Greek drama with a bit of Macbeth and Oedipus in it. It's really cool. And it's the guy that's directing is Robert Eggers, just at the Lighthouse, and I think it's going to be so cool. I really look forward to it.
Can you say who you're playing?
I am playing the brother that chops off the head of the king and runs away with his wife. So in Shakespeare's universe, I'd be Claudius. He's called something else here, and there's a different twist and turn to the story. But yes, I'm not the good guy in this one.
Again.
Again.